Earth's invisible threat. There was a terrifying reason northern lights once appeared above Hawaii, and I didn't even know this happened. It's by Sean Martin on Express UK. We know that Earth is under constant threat from solar storms, CMEs, solar flares, which have the potential to wipe out our technology and could cause billions of dollars worth of damage. And as evident from major solar flares which occurred in the 1800s, the Carrington event. On September 1st, 1859, a huge solar flare was released from the surface of the sun, and it sent a barrage of solar particles into space. The storm hit the Earth on September 2nd. It had to travel 93 million miles from the sun to the Earth in just under 18 hours. And what happened was a solar storm that was so powerful its southern aurora could be seen as far north as Queensland in Australia, and northern auroras were noted as far south as Hawaii. That's really south, obviously. Auroras are caused when solar particles hit the atmosphere. As the magnetosphere gets bombarded by solar winds, we have stunning, beautiful lights, the colors of a rainbow, as a layer of atmospheric deflects the particles. It looks like a rainbow. I've seen one when I was about 12 years old. I used to live in Montreal, Canada, and we saw one Friday night during the winter. Beautiful sight. It doesn't make any noise. It's just like a curtain of a rainbow shivering above your head. Now, the surge in electricity during what's known as the Carrington event, as it was observed by British astronomer Richard Carrington, was so strong that telegraph systems went down all across Europe and, of course, North America. There are reports that some buildings were even set on fire as a result of the electricity surge in the buildings. Now, today, in our modern world, which is so dependent on technology, the implications of something like this happening again would be very severe. Solar storms, we know, wreak havoc on global technology because the radiation which pummels our planet heats up the outer atmosphere, causing it to expand. This means satellite signals will struggle to penetrate the swollen atmosphere, leading to a lack of internet service, GPS navigation, and mobile phones, things like that. Also, increased currents in the Earth's magnetic field, the magnetosphere, could theoretically lead to a surge of electricity in power lines, which can blow out electrical transformers and power stations, leading to temporary loss of electricity for days, weeks, nobody knows. Now, a report from the Atmospheric Environmental Research Group warned that it will happen again. Quote, one serious threat to the reliability of electric power is geomagnetic storms, severe disturbances caused by solar storms in the upper layers of our atmosphere that induce currents in long conductors on the Earth's surface, such as our power lines. And they say these additional currents can overload the electric grid system to trigger voltage collapse, or worse, damage a significant number of expensive extra high voltage transformers. The economic cost of such an event would be catastrophic. The hazard posed by geomagnetic storms is one of the most concerning due to the potential for long-term, widespread power outage. While the probability of an extreme storm occurring is relatively low at any given time, one will occur eventually. Now, the weather agencies have previously warned that we will face a monumental solar storm in the future, and it could knock out technology worth billions, tens of billions of dollars in damages. The weather forecasters believe the US does not have sufficient infrastructure to prepare ourselves for such events. The problem is now that we have these weather satellites that are almost at the end of their life. So forecasting for such events will decrease in coming years. And if no future investment takes place, the critical infrastructure will become more vulnerable to space weather because we won't know what's coming in at us. And this could be tens of billions of dollars, depending on how severe it is. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.